Series Z track mower at your John Deere dealer during the Take Your Turn sales event.
821, Todd Jeffries and Don Pryor.
Uh-huh.
Is it safe to say we should increase or be concerned about the safety of UT students, especially while they're living and going to classes on the UT campus? That's safe. We're all on the same page there, right?
I think
right?
anybody that has a half a brain would be, yes.
I mean, we've been talking for more than a year about improving the lighting along the drag. The city spent a bunch of money on a study of the lighting in that area. The city is responsible for the lighting in that area, and they did a study, and they revealed that they needed millions of dollars to change the light bulbs and trim the trees.
Yeah.
And they still haven't made any progress on that front. They're still talking about it at City Hall.
Something they would take care of if it involved ACL, the ACL Fest. They do it in 2 days.
Well, the talk this week about repealing some of our homeless ordinances, City Council meets today. They were going to do that today, but they postponed it until June the 20th. And they're going to repeal these ordinances, the sit-and-lie ordinance, the aggressive panhandling and camping on our public streets ordinances that controls the current homeless community. There's some on the City Council that want to repeal those. And many safety advocates worry the UT campus may become more vulnerable to aggressive panhandling.
Mixing students and criminal transients produces unsavory results. The most harrowing example of this came in 2016 when my classmate, Haruka Weiser, was brutally raped and murdered on campus by a homeless man.
Yes, it's a horrible story. That is the group Safe Horns. They're hoping the Austin City Council will not repeal the homeless ordinance regulating panhandling, camping, and sleeping in public. You heard there from UT law student James Richardson. He says there would be unconscionable repercussions if the city council follows through.
A repeal of the ordinance does nothing to provide the homeless with the resources that they need and would deprive officers of a tool that they need to protect our at-risk students.
Now, that is right. As you know, City Councilman Greg Kassar wants to repeal these ordinances because he says they're discriminatory.
Yeah, and it says it speaks bucket loads when you have UT students who typically are going to be a more liberal bunch. You would think that they would support not continuing these ordinances, and in this case, they want these ordinances.
Richardson says they first want to see a neighborhood safe zone model. After policies that are very similar to what they have at the University of Southern California.
Have heightened patrolling around campus. They have more lighting. They basically have no loitering policies.
Yeah, Safe Horns instead wants these neighborhood safe zones allowing for more lighting, more police patrolling, and no loitering policies.
Yeah.
There's no reason for anybody that's not a student to be hanging out on campus. There's no reason for them to be there at all. At all. If you're not a student, if you're not working on campus as a professor, a teacher, maybe you're a service provider, if you don't have business being on campus, you shouldn't be on campus.
Well, just hanging out. Well, that's not completely true. I mean, we've gone out, we've walked around campus, just look around. We've gone to some shops on the drag. But as far as someone who's there,
that's different. You're going shopping on the drag. If you don't have business being there, if you're just hanging out, you have no business being there.
Yeah, exactly. And I have literally experienced stepping over homeless people on the drag. Literally stepping over. So it is a bad issue, has been for many, many years.
A couple of churches there that actually provide services to the homeless, food, clothing, and a little bit of shelter possibly.
Right.
And so they tend to lure a lot of younger homeless people to the drag.
Yeah.
And should the city encourage them not to do that? Maybe take those services someplace else?
Well, they should, but they won't. They don't do that. The city doesn't encourage those kinds of things.
Right.
They don't encourage shooing the homeless away. They encourage doing everything they can to keep more coming and making them happy.
Do you agree with the UT student, Richardson, here about what he wants to do, the safe zones on campus?
Absolutely.
More lighting, more patrols, and a no loitering policy.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to listen to what they want, man. Apparently, students are more and more not feeling safe.
Well, they are students. They are adult in age. You know, they're 18 and over. And a lot of them live on campus. It's their home.
Yes.
It's their neighborhood.
When the students are not feeling safe, that means a lot because for years students have been in kind of their own world, really not paying attention to what's around them.
Right.
When you hear that now they're literally not feeling safe, that means a lot.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Parents don't want to send their kids to the UT campus if kids don't feel safe.
Yeah, my point is there were years where they shouldn't have felt safe as well, where they were just kind of in another world, in a daze, not paying attention, and now they're seeing the reality. So it means a lot.
Yeah.